Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bronwyn and I am a skincare specialist by trade. Today I am doing a review on what you can tell by the title is the Roseskinco IPL at home laser device for hair removal. And you may be thinking, Bronwyn, we're tired of seeing this kind of content, blah blah blah, and so was I. And I have gotten over the years since this kind of device came out so many requests from multiple brands asking me to review this device, and I always said no because I was a huge skeptic that there's no way any kind of at-home laser hair removal device would work. Like literally, I'm telling you, years I would decline any offers or requests for me to review these products, and then I don't know, something triggered in my head and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it today. I have collaborated and this video is supported by Roseskinco. This is their IPL at-home laser device for hair removal. If you're not familiar with what IPL stands for, it stands for intense pulsed light. And what that light does when it penetrates the skin is it specifically targets melanin and pigment in the skin. However, you may be thinking, whoa, if it attacks pigment in the skin, wouldn't that be dangerous to use? But it works in a way that I'm not really a professional on, but it does not harm the skin if done carefully. So there are multiple settings on this device, which is what kind of got me interested in it, because it can be used for any skin tone except for those who are the absolute darkest of dark. But if you are a person of color, you can still use this device unless you are, of course, the absolute darkest of dark, which is amazing to hear. If you guys are curious about Roseskinco, I of course have them linked in the description box down below with a discount code for you guys if you want to get a little bit of a discount on this wonderful self-care at-home treat. You can find that all in the description box down below, linked conveniently for you. Anyway, let's move on to my review and experience using this product. I have been using this for about 6 weeks to 7 weeks now, and I'm going to be honest with you, it has worked and it hasn't worked. Now, I've noticed over the past 6 weeks, the first few times, maybe the first 2 to 3 times I used this, I started off with 1 week in between. So I used the treatment all over my body, everywhere. Skipped a week to allow my skin to recover and calm down, then I did another session. In those first 2 to 3 sessions, I did not see a huge improvement. In fact, it was almost spotty. So the areas where I did see improvement was my armpit first, and it was oddly only in like a circle pattern. And it was very hard to tell, only really I could tell, but it was like this one patch completely got terminated of hair, which was amazing. I also did it on my little mustache area. I did it on my arms, my legs, my private area, and I have to say, like, wasn't expecting extreme results, but I was expecting at least something, and that is exactly what I got. 7 weeks into using this, every single week, I have noticed that certain areas worked really, really well. Specifically, this one patch area on my arm worked really well to completely not grow back after around the 3rd time of using the product, right in this area. However, I noticed on the remainder of my forearm and my hands, those hairs are a little more persistent, but I did notice the growth has been slowed down significantly. So I'm not needing to shave or feel the need to do the treatment again as quickly as I was within the first week, or compared to when I was simply just shaving my arms. Yes, I shaved my arms. For my legs, it was a little more difficult. I find that the thicker and coarser the hairs were on my body, the more difficult the IPL had at slowing down the growth for those hairs. So on my legs, although the growth has been slowed down dramatically, I still am getting hair growth that is returning. It worked really well on my knees though. I love how smooth my knees are. Even though I am still getting some hair growth returning, it is way slowed down compared to before and not as dense as it was before. When it comes to my armpit, same thing as my legs. I am still getting some hair growth, but it's not nearly as much as it was before, and it is significantly slowed down. For my little mustache area, I am happy with the results. I had a couple hairs right at the corner of my mouth that were a little darker than I would like them to be. Of course, having hairs around your mouth is totally normal. No matter who you are, especially as a woman, you will get tiny peach fuzz on your upper lip. It's completely normal. I just had a couple darker hairs that I didn't really like, and they were a little bit longer than peach fuzz. So I zapped those in about a week, 2 weeks. I noticed that they weren't really returning whatsoever. For my personal area, I have to say, it's interesting. It worked really, really well around the bikini line, but the inner areas, not so much. I'm still getting hair growth in those areas, but on the bikini line and outer parts, no problem, like completely no growth returning. If there is any returning, it's minimal, like extremely minimal. Some warnings that I have and that I personally experienced using this device. I did accidentally burn myself a couple times. Now, there are multiple settings on this device. I was using most frequently the level below the maximum level, and I noticed certain areas of my body were way more sensitized to it than others. Specifically my arms, I rather frequently would accidentally overdo my arms, where I would get a little bit of a mark, like a pigmentation mark after, that would fade within a few days. However, I did notice when I got close to my inner knee area, I did burn myself one time. And it's interesting because it's not something that comes up immediately. It's kind of a delayed reaction. So you feel a little bit of a tingling sensation when you use this device, which can be a little concerning and not concerning, but I always make sure to cover my skin in aloe vera and moisture cream after using the device. Over the next day is when that kind of burn mark will appear. And I think I actually, do I have one? No, I don't. And it's kind of almost like a raised burn, kind of, but it doesn't hurt. It's just kind of like raised pigmentation that fades over the course of a week. Now, ideally, you wouldn't let this happen to yourself, but with an at-home device, it's kind of hard to tell where these areas might be more sensitized compared to the rest of your body. So any tips to you guys, if you are planning to get this device with the discount that they have going on right now, do be careful on certain parts of your body that might surprise you and be more sensitive than you think they would be. So for me, it was the knee pits and the forearm, specifically in like the elbow area, that was sensitized for me. When using this on my face, I always kept the level down to not the lowest, but about a mid-range. So about 3 levels in was what I was comfortable with doing on my face, because if I was getting these accidental burn marks on my other parts of my body, then my face definitely would be way more susceptible to it, especially because I have sensitive skin on my face, dry, sensitive skin. So I knew to definitely tone down the level significantly compared to the rest of my body. And when doing my upper lip, I did not once get a burn or oversensitized. So having it at the level 3 was pretty much perfect for anywhere on my face. Now, this right now is something that I decided to do on my own. So you can either choose to do this, you can either think this is a bad idea or not, but as a skincare specialist, I've always loved IPL treatments for my skin. And IPL treatments work to target sun damage, any kind of hyperpigmentation in the skin caused by, PI and things like that. And it's great for tightening the pores as well. So I thought, this is an IPL device, maybe I can use it on my skin, not as a hair removal treatment, but as a targeting treatment for any kind of hyperpigmentation and sun damage I may have gotten over the summer. So I did start using this for treatments on my skin once a week as gentle IPL to target any sun damage, enlarged pores, and hyperpigmentation. And I'm not mad about it. So I would put this on the same level as my face, so the level 3, and generally go around the areas that I was concerned about. So I would do my upper cheekbone, which tends to get the most sun damage, my entire cheek area, my forehead, while of course dodging my eyebrows and my hairline, and then I also would use it on my neck and chest, the areas that are most prone to sun damage and sun exposure and the first signs of aging. The results I did not capture footage of because I literally started this around the 3rd week into my hair removal treatment, but I did notice a great improvement in my overall skin's appearance. I did not see a huge improvement on sun damage, probably because this is an at-home device and I was being very cautious doing this, because if I burnt my skin on my face, my gosh, I would be upset. but I did notice that my skin was looking more clear, a little more bright, and my pores did tighten up a little bit. I specifically noticed the most results on my chest area when it comes to the brightening effect. I was very tan on my chest when I started using this treatment, and tan has significantly faded. This is something I'm probably going to continue to do on my face, but let me just warn you, like, if you are planning to do this or considering doing this, it is not at all recommended by Roseskinco. I couldn't find any information on their website about using this at-home IPL hair removal device on your skin for pigmentation purposes or hyperpigmentation recovery purposes. However, IPL is a common affordable skincare laser that you can get at spas and clinics to help target pigmentation in skincare terms. So I definitely love using it for that reason, and the hair removal is definitely awesome. Like I said, I'm not going to say I saw 100% results because that would be a lie. I did not see 100% results. I still am getting hair growth, but like I said, it's really significantly reduced. Like, I haven't used this device in a week and I barely have any hair growing in on my arm. Like, there's a little bit, but it's like, it's barely there. And then same with my leg, like, you can still see it, but like for this being a week of not doing anything, like usually without this IPL at-home device by a week, I would be like desperately needing to shave, you know? So I'm quite impressed. I think my skin and my hair is a little more resilient to it, so I think this is something that I need to keep doing to see full results, but I don't know when that would be. Most people start to see significant results around the 1 month to 6 week mark. For me, I think I need a little bit more because my hair is a little persistent, but I am really happy to say that it is working for me. And I was super skeptical that it would even do anything, but it really is an IPL device. I had to use eye protection when using it. I specifically would use my tanning goggles when I used to go to a tanning salon. I would put those on so that I was protecting my eyes while using this, because it is really important that you protect your eyes. And I wish that they had that in the disclaimer in the little how to use card, because this can damage your eyes, especially if you are going to be using like I did and using it on your face area and around the eye area. You really need to protect your eyes. It can be super damaging. So make sure you're either wearing UVA, UVB sunglasses while using this, or if you have tanning goggles on you, wear those, because it can be dangerous to use. Be cautious when selecting your settings. Start off low and work your way up based on how your skin is reacting while using it. And of course, make sure you have aftercare products to soothe your skin, such as aloe vera and really nourishing, cooling, moisturizing, hydrating creams after, because your skin will be a little sensitized. You also have to use SPF all over after. I can't stress that enough. I always wore SPF 50 on my whole body if I was going out after for the following week and moving forward, especially on my face since I was actively treating my face. So, have you guys used any at-home IPL laser devices for hair removal or skin pigmentation? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd be really curious to hear how your results have been and how you liked it, and if you had any complications or not. Of course, check out Roseskinco in the description box down below. I will have them linked with the discount code for you guys so you can get a nice little deal to make yourself smooth. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more review videos like these. I do a lot of skincare related content. I do a lot of DIY at-home beauty hacks, hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, fashion try-on hauls, and all that stuff beauty related. You can also find me on Instagram, where I post every single day if you want to keep up on my day-to-day life and aesthetic, styling, skincare stuff. And I do have a vlog channel if you want to see what I get up to week to week as I live my life. So definitely check those out if you're interested. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.